is critical. You need to put in the work. There are legal ways. So let's go into all of the various stages now. The starting point is to discover your skills. So you need to identify your skills. A skill is an ability to perform a specific task or activity to a high level of proficiency. So I said I'm a born teacher. So no doubt I have an online course on Udemy. I have 5 courses on Udemy that are thriving today, simply because I can teach to a level of proficiency that makes complex things easy. So that's one of the things I'm saying in this class. So while I'm teaching in this class, some of you may be thinking, this guy is making it too simple. Oh, no, I'm not sure this thing is as simple as he makes it look. Yes, you may think I make it too simple, but maybe that is me. So you need to start off by make a list of your skills. What are you good at? You need to make a list of those skills that you are good at. That's the very critical thing. What are the list of things you are good at doing? Make it. Make that list. And I did a small list of things for that are useful that you can earn from here. And I will also, once you understand, once you identify with the skills that you are good at, then the next stage is now you need to develop it and you need to deploy it to the market. So I'll start off from writing. Some of you are very good at writing. As a matter of fact, there's a marketing field called copywriting. Copywriting is the ability to write ads. Social media would fall into this area of writing. Doing a book, publishing a book can fall into this area. So I am an author, and I've had course to publish my book on Udemy. On Amazon as a digital copy many years ago. I've not been tracking what sales are coming in from there, but I know I listed it on Amazon some time back. You might be an author and you might be able to get your way into Amazon, which means you can start to earn money in dollars on a digital platform just by writing. You can get on Fiverr. Fiverr is a place where is a freelance marketplace that you can start to work. You can get an Upwork. Those are marketplaces that you can offer your writing services. Blogging is another critical one. I know most of you are familiar with Linda Ikeji. Now, Linda Ikeji, when she was at her peak, I don't know about now, whether the blogging platform is as popular as before, but there are what we call Google ads that are being placed on our platform via people advertising on that platform, or specific sponsored videos or specific sponsored posts that people can put on those platforms. Those are also very critical things that some people are good at. Coaching is another beautiful thing that people are good at. You can start a coaching platform or a coaching event or a coaching activity that people will pay you. And interestingly, people can pay you in different currencies. So I do some of this as well. And in recent time, I usually do a free career clarity session. And I can remember in one of the two that has happened this year, two of the sessions that I did for free, the individuals that came for the session now said, so Shegun, how can we pay you for this service? And strangely, they are not in Nigeria. So they said they're going to pay me in another currency. And I said, beautiful, let's go. Now, before I can get to the point of which I can earn in another currency, I will need to create a platform to receive money. So I'll get into that point. So if you're in Nigeria, how do you receive money in Nigeria? We'll get into that. But you could start your skills, maybe coaching, you may be able to build it into a medium. Podcasting. So I have a podcast. I've not produced in a long time, but I had a podcast and I still have it. It's now, it used to be on another platform. Now I've moved it to Anchor FM. And on Anchor, which has been bought over by Spotify, there's a way you can monetize your podcast. And I started to monetize the podcast. The only reason why I've not been able to get money out of it was because I needed a US based account. But the interesting thing, I need to visit again. I think I have another way I can get it out now. But you can earn from podcasting, speaking engagement. So sometime during the week, I got a speaking engagement for an international organization that wants me to feature on their platform for a particular webinar. Strangely, um, strangely, because of the fact that the individuals are currently not in Nigeria, they want me to speak on their platform. They're going to be offering me a means of payment by speaking on their platform. The means of payment might be immediate cash or might be visibility worth a certain amount. So when you look at visibility worth a certain amount, then you would know that that individual is offering you that payment for that service. That's the speaking part. Then there's also the facilitation bit of things. Facilitation can also earn you money, very similar to speaking, can also earn you money as well. Then consulting. You can choose to start a consulting on Upwork, for example. You can have consulting projects that you can execute for organization. You're a software developer, you're a graphics designer, you are a coach. You can see people, HR people in this room. I was on Upwork some time back, and some individuals needed somebody to coach them for an interview. And I say, interview, just to do interview, and people were bidding just to go and coach someone to do an interview. So there are a lot of things on each of these online platform that you can start to earn from today. Now, also there are digital skills, different types of digital skills: video editing, graphics design, script writing, voiceover artists, transcription. So I'm teaching this class now. Somebody can sit down and say, I'm going to transcribe it into a course for you. That's
You know what?
another interesting one that people can earn from. And there may be some other skills that I might not have listed at the moment now. So we're going to go on to, you need to develop. After you have discovered those skills, then you now need to start to develop the skill. Very critical. And developing the skill means you need to own your skills. You need to own your skills. Owning your skills means you know where you are in that skills level. I remember when I noticed that I wanted to take take YouTube serious, I took myself through a boot camp to learn about YouTube, and it happened during the pandemic in 2020. So during the lockdown period, I embedded myself in a class. I said I wanted to take YouTube serious. I decided to turn my home office, or let me say, I decided to build my home office. So this room you're seeing was paid for by a facilitation that happened during the lockdown. Every single thing you're seeing in this room at the moment, it happened during the lockdown. That's a 3-year period. So I decided to own my skills. I learned how to do video editing. I currently do most of the things myself. I edit my videos myself. I do my content myself. I do my recording myself. I invested into some tools. I have a camera, I have lighting, and some of them were paid for by individuals that chose to pay for my services. So before I got monetized on YouTube, an organization in Nigeria approached me and said they wanted to advertise on my program, that they wanted me to do dedicated videos for them. So, and I can remember buying my very first camera was due to the funds that I got from that engagement. So you need to own your skills, because if you don't, people will not be able to come to you. It's not enough to say you are listed on online platform. People should see value from the things that you offer. So you need to practice, you need dedication, and you need money to do so. Because it may not be everything you will get from a free session like this. This session may be a teaser session. It might be taking you through all the things you need to know. But for you to develop it, you may need to still spend a little bit more to own your skills. Remember, you need to put in the work. It's not a lazy man's approach of making money online, but it's more like putting on the work that will earn passive income for you. So some of the income medium I'm going to be sharing with you today, two major ones I'm going to be sharing: my YouTube journey, my Udemy journey, currently are doing passive for me. The last time I released a course on Udemy should be 2022. I've not released anything in over 1 year, and I'm earning from that platform. I can't remember. I think I've not released a major video on my YouTube channel in the last 6 months or thereabout. Maybe I released some before I released the last two I released this year, were repurposed videos. but I've not released in a while consistently. But my YouTube channel is making money. So once I've earned that skills, then it starts to help. And I was able to get help in different medium. I remember I still have it. I still have that individual as a coach. The person that coached me on YouTube, the person that coached me on Udemy, I still have them as a coach till tomorrow. Then you now need to start to deploy. What is your go-to market strategy? How are you going to go to the market? The skills that you have developed, how are you going to build that skill? Very critical for you, because if you do not know how you're going to build that skill, then it becomes which are the skills you want to earn from. So you need to decide. You need to give yourself a journey. If you want to earn from multiple skill at the same time, it might be a recipe for disaster. So my advice is to pick one at a time that you want to earn from. You want to earn from writing, pick it at a time, develop it to a certain level before you add blogging. Develop it to a level before you add podcasting. Develop it to a level before you add coaching. Please and please create a plan for yourself. The challenge sometimes is the patience for you to build one skill to make money before you start to build another. Because if you are trying to build everything at the same time, that might be a recipe for disaster. So you need to decide which skill you want to earn per time. What is your target audience? How will you find them? Very, very critical. Your target audience are in different places, but you need to know how to take that platform to them. When I decided to set up my YouTube channel, I decided not to go through the route. I decided not to, I needed to mute that individual. I decided not to go through the route that every other person will go through. And that route is to start to teach how people will make jobs or how people will get jobs on YouTube. No, I took the teaching route on YouTube. I decided to teach technical HR skills on YouTube. Very, very critical. I decided to teach technical HR skills. And teaching technical HR skills means your YouTube channel would attract a certain type of people to your channel. So there's the aspect of YouTube paying you via ad dollars, and there's the aspect of targeted companies coming to you for them to place sponsored videos that you would do for them. I've had opportunity to enjoy both. An organization saying you will do a sponsorship for us, 2 videos each month for the next X number of period, we will pay you this amount. I've enjoyed that. I've enjoyed YouTube paying ads on the platform. Very, very critical. So what are some of the marketplaces that you can explore to deploy your skills? So I've taken time to talk about Udemy. I've taken time to talk about YouTube. Skillshare is also there. What Skillshare does is to give you an opportunity. Skillshare is very similar to Udemy. Udemy is where you place your online course for for online courses are there. Skillshare is very, very similar to that as well. Then there is Upwork, there is Fiverr, there is 99 Design. If you're a graphics design person in this room, you can list your job on Fiverr, you can list on 99 Designs as well, which gives you an opportunity to design graphics design project for people and get paid. You're a software developer in this room. If you go to TopTal or Freelancer or Remote.io, you can get remote jobs from wherever you are in Nigeria and get to design programming, web design, or programs for individuals all across the world, and they will pay you for it, which is the interesting thing about it. Once you have developed your skills to that point at which people can pay you, then you can earn from that. Now, the interesting thing about Udemy is this. When you put your course on Udemy, Udemy does all the money, all the publicity for you. If your course is very good, then you get listed on the Udemy for business. I have 5 courses on Udemy and they have been listed on the Udemy for business platform. Now, you don't just get into Udemy business. Udemy business means organizations can sign up for Udemy and your course will be made available to them. For your course to qualify to be on Udemy Business, it must be that good based on the star rating of your course, based on the numbers of students that are dropping reviews and are getting uh, value from that course. I've had course to be on Instagram before, and Udemy were advertising my courses. It was that good for them to advertise it. And it's passive income. I just sit down, Udemy takes their cut and I take mine. And I sit down and I go ahead. So those are the marketing platforms that you can place work. This is not exhaustive. It's just a little that I was able to put across. There are 1,001 depending on the skills that you want to develop as well. Then now let's talk about payment. Everything becomes useless if you cannot get paid from these platforms. Because if you're in Nigeria, you have a peculiar situation. There are platforms that will not allow you to get paid from Nigeria, but there are a few that you can explore, and I will tell you about them. Number one, you need a DOM account. This is not an advert to any bank, but I just had to find the best available advert video image I could find. You need a domiciliary account. A domiciliary account gives you an opportunity to earn from Nigeria. And for you to have a domiciliary account, pick a bank of your choice. You can't do that with a savings account. Sorry, you need a current account. So first thing first, for you to have a domiciliary account, you need to have created a current account. So this is where the OPays and the OPays, the PalmPays of this world may not be able to help you. You need a domiciliary account from a regular bank. And in being able to get a domiciliary account from a regular bank, it means that you must be able to have a current account. So once you have a current account, there are checks to have a current account. Immediately you have a current account, you can open a domiciliary account. And when you are done getting this domiciliary account, don't stop there. Get a USD dominated card, because it is from the if you want to earn. So there are two. The way the banks do it is separate. Your DOM account is slightly different from your USD dominated card. So you get paid into your DOM account. For you to spend your money from your DOM account via a card, you must move it into a card. And interestingly, now that Naira has been floated, you can actually convert it to dollars from the banking bank. Some banks are beginning to offer that option now. You can easily convert that dollar into your account. That's one. Now, the other ways is this: Payoneer and PayPal. Now, the PayPal routes, I'm not sure whether they've opened up Nigeria to receive in dollars. So for you to use PayPal to receive money from Nigeria, that PayPal account must have been opened outside of Nigeria, because they use IP. That's the IP address. So if they notice that you're from Nigeria, you may not be able to open a PayPal account. I'd used that route of PayPal before. I had to use a VPN to go to another country to open the PayPal account. But the reason why I will not advocate that route again was because I cannot use that account anymore. Reason being that I got paid in that account to a certain limit, and I decided to withdraw. And because I withdrew a large amount from the PayPal account, PayPal decided to say I should come and verify myself. Because I was in Nigeria and I had to open it from another African country using my VPN. That route of PayPal has been closed, so I no longer use PayPal to receive my fund. But currently, I use Payoneer and the domiciliary account. So for YouTube, I get paid directly into my USD, into my bank's domiciliary account in Nigeria, and I move it to my card, and I can get to spend it anywhere I go. For PayPal, for Payoneer, I open a Payoneer account from Nigeria. I use all my Nigerian details on the Payoneer account, and I currently use it to receive most of my funds from Udemy. So if you want to get paid in USD, these are the platforms you can use. There is another Nigerian platform you can use, but they will not pay you the USD equivalent. They will pay you the Naira equivalent, and that is Seller. Seller is a platform for creators. So, but if you list your courses or anything on Seller, if someone is checking from an outside IP, it will to a large extent, collect the amount in dollars but pay you the naira equivalents. So that's another way you can also get paid. Now,